To the next generation, I'd like to leave the message about local food, because local food is your heritage. Local food's what your mother ate, and your grandmother ate, and your great-grandmother and her ancestors. It's the foods that emerge from this bioregion. And when we forget them because food is merely functional, then we lose culture. When we lose culture, we lose our humanity. That's why I came to India, found my humanity in Tamil Nadu.
A man who turns soil into stories and food into culture. His journey is simple yet extraordinary. Meet Mr. Krishna McKenzie.
Solitude Farm is a farm in Auroville in Tamil Nadu. And what's special about Solitude Farm is the narrative of cultural redemption, reclamation of a cultural identity through understanding all the gifts of Mother Nature. Now this is a food forest, about 4.5 acres, where we produce about 8 to 10 tons in a year, but most of those foods can't be sold. But if you feed people those foods, as those foods were traditionally used throughout, Tamil Nadu and throughout India, then you start to see that, hang on, these foods are super tasty. It's just they've been eclipsed by industrialized agriculture. So Masanobu Fukuoka was a Japanese scientist who sort of renounced science actually after a near-death experience where he got a very profound vision about about life and humanity and so many things. And he expressed that vision through natural farming or do-nothing farming, which was a term he coined. So do-nothing farming was about non-interventional farming, allowing nature to express herself, recognizing that her systems are very, very intricate and, and simple and beautiful and are beyond our comprehension. So that when you leave nature to do her thing, so to say, that she can produce yields far higher than industrialized agriculture. And that's what Fukuoka has brought to my life, is this understanding of a return back to nature's wisdom, if you like. In these fragmented times where everyone is trying to be better than the next person, and it's your well-being is defined by which iPhone you have, words like organic are it's almost perverted in the sense that everyone's grandparents only knew organic farming. They didn't know any other type of farming, and the more that you go into industrialization, and the more that you dive into, this fascination with how much money I can make, then you need specialists in, in all sorts of different things, whether it's agriculture or, healthcare, business, industry, computers, whatever. But traditionally, everyone used to help with making the roofs in these villages. Everyone knew how to farm. Everyone was, engaged in saving seeds and food preparation, food processing, or milling the grains, or whatever. There was a much more communal sense of well-being, that everyone coming together creates the whole, rather than one economic sort of achievement, if you like. So yeah, in my world, those words they don't have so much value. So permaculture is the exploration of man and his ecology, if you like, looking at all the different, diverse relationships, whether it's, topography and how the water flows across the land, what sort of erosion control you can do, water catchment, what sort of plants you might grow if it's a flooding area to hold the water in or to stop, runoff. So that's So that's one aspect of permaculture within the context of the farm. So I always look at permaculture design based on your most basic need, which is to eat. So you open your back door and there should be a drumstick spinach tree because you're going to use it every day. And next to that should be a green papaya tree because you might use that every day. And slowly you define your space according to what you eat. I think that when you start to look at permaculture, you start to recognize the power of nature and you start to perceive all her natural systems and how they link into each other and how all that amplifies into well-being and health and community and ecological and social and cultural profit. Permaculture is just a reflection of, it's man grasping at straws to sort of understand the interrelation of all the plants and the environment in which he lives. So it's all about relationships, I would say, at the end of the day.